Hello friends, welcome back to CP tutorial. So today we are discussing code force around 819. In this video I am going to discuss problem B. So before proceeding to video I would like to move to a sponsorship part. So this video is sponsored by Newton School, whose link is given in the description box. So you can visit from there. So now I would like to move to our problem. So I hope that my screen is visible. So you will be given two integers n and m, and you will have to find array of length n such that let's say sum of array's element, sum of all the element up to an equal to m, and let's say that you have some number x and there are some smaller element and there will be some larger element. So I am considering that these are all larger element than x and these all are smaller element than x. So their XOR must be bitwise XOR must be 0. So let's take that this is 5, right, and this is 1 1 2 2, right, or consider 1 2 3 and this as 5. So 5 less than elements less than 5 is are 1 2 3, 1 XOR 2 is 3 and 3 XOR 3 is 0, right. But for each element this condition must be satisfied. You will have to form array of n elements such that, let's consider you have selected a1 a2 a3. Let's say you selected a3, then I'm considering that these all are in ascending order, right. So let's say you have considered a1 a2, these are all less than equal to a3, then their XOR must be 0. a1 a2 a3, let's take a2, then a1, XOR of a1 must be 0, right, and all are positive integer a1 a2 up to n. For example, let's consider a given example. So let's consider 6 and 12 are given n and m. So 1 1 2 2 3 3, this is our one of the possible answer, right. So now what we'll do, how to proceed it with. So let's say that I have first number, let's consider 1. So I have 1. So how many or 1 I can have? Let's consider I have 3 odd number and then some x. So x is just larger than 1, right. So let's say x, consider it as 2. So if we select number is smaller than 2, then we will get 1 1 1. So its XOR will be 1, not 0, right. So from here we can get that all the elements present, let's say we have 1 1 1 2 and 3 present, 1 2 and 3, then 1 must be present even number of times, 2 must be present even number of times, 3 must be present, 3 can be, last number can be present odd or even because there is no element greater than that, right. So now what we'll do, let's say we have n and m. So what I will do, if I am taking any number, then I will have to take even number of time, right. And let's say, so let's consider our n is odd and m can be anything. So what we'll do, we'll select 1 1 1 1, this h pair 1 1 and m minus, let's say these all sum I will I will represent it with s, so m minus n. So there will be even number of ones and m minus s. So let's say this is coming as 5 1 1 1 1 1 1. So consider it as n equal to 7 and m equal to 11. Here in this case, let's say I am changing sum from 11 to, let's say 34, or let's say yeah, 34. So we have 6. Then what I will do, I will put it as 28, right? Element less than, let's say it is 59, and what I will do, this will become our 53. So sum of element, JOR of all the elements will be 0, and sum of the elements will be sum, right? The problem occur with n equal to even. Here I will take two cases. M that represents sum is even, right? So let's say n even and m even. So as I have told you that all the elements present, let's consider this is biggest number, and all rest of the elements present must be even number of time, even, right? So as this must be present even number of time, either it is odd or even, their sum will be even. Here their sum will be even, right? And you will have to put biggest number here. So let's say that these are even number, these are even number, and let's consider n. So this is even number of time. Let's say this occur two number of time, this occur 4 number of time, and let's say n was 8, right? Then there must be two numbers present, or we will must have to, right? So let's consider, if we don't know m is even or odd, right? Let's consider this. So these are some of the numbers present, so these are even, let's say even number of times. Let's say I am representing n1, let's say these are 2 2 2 2, so n1 equal to 4. Here it will represent number of elements, and here it are as 4 4 4 4 4 4, or consider 4 not 3 3, consider 3 3 3 3 3 3, and here we don't know, right? So n is even, then there must be, as this is even, there must be number, even number of time, even numbers left, because we had n as even, right? So what we'll do, we will have m minus sum to be divided here between 2. So if m minus sum is divisible by 2, then we are getting answer modulus 2 equal to 0. Then we are getting m minus sum by 2, m minus sum by 2, else no, right? So I am going to explain once again. So odd I guess n is odd, then you know the solution. If n is even, then we know that there will be all of the rest of there must be some of the biggest number, there will be biggest number will be present some number of times, and there will be numbers smaller than that will be their number of count of numbers will be even. So there this is even, and so element number of element left n here, so this must be 2 elements present, 2 numbers at least, biggest let's say 2 or 4 or 6 will be even number of times, so I am considering even number of times. So and smallest I am considering as 2, right? So this is the smallest left number of elements. So let's say that we have to find 10 numbers whose sum is, let's say 57. So what I did, I will give 8 number as 1, and then I will try to look that can I give these 2 numbers. So this must be divisible by 2, right? So now I think that you have got the solution. So thank you for watching the video. See you next video. Bye bye.